Nishachukua, haina neno. Akianza kukata nilikuwa nimechukua, nikaona itachukua ndefu sana. Hebu kapumzike kidogo upate upepo kidogo. Vile tumepoma, yani wajua ile before kulikuwa kuko waziwazi. Sasa hata moshi kuna nafasi yani moshi wa penya ukapita, lakini saa hii the moshi is too much.
Hi my beautiful lovelies, welcome back to my memoirs and a fresh page from my diary. This is the same day from our last video, that was part 3. Part 3, sorry, of doing our bedroom walls. We had just we were from removing the stamp, the last stamp, and they were continuing they were continuing with the wall. So I had managed to convince them to mix the soil with the dry grass so that we can make cob. But this wall did not really come out the way I had envisioned it to. I don't know, it just looked a bit funny. So I watched some YouTube videos as they were doing this, and then I realized we were supposed to cut the grass into tiny bits, then mix with the soil. For us, we mixed the soil with the grass the way it was. It was very long, so it looked very, very funny at the end. Ikafika wakati, I just told them, we decided, just don't mix the grass, because we didn't have enough time to do the cutting and it was extra work. So we just did the walls. One part of the wall, which is that one, the far end, we did with grass, and then this other side we just did the normal way without the grass. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how the wall turned out. They had not completely finished everything, but yes, this was the end result. It took them a few hours, but before the end of the day they were completely done. So the only thing that was left was the holes, the hole that was created from removing the stamp. The floor wasn't looking that good. It was not really in the plan or in the budget to do anything with the floor, but we had to consider that because after them, removing them, the place was very unequal. It had ridges and valleys and it wasn't leveled. So we asked them to at least fill up the floor with soil and make it leveled, and also make it in such a way that I can be able to sweep. Make it a bit presentable. Before bringing in the soil, they had tied some strings across the room so that it can guide them on leveling the floor. They say this was it was kind of impromptu, kienyeji. So it didn't really need to be perfect. They just wanted, or rather we just wanted the floor to be somewhat equal on all sides. So this is how they did it. They started by tying the strings hapa na pale, and then they started bringing in the soil, which they would now use to make the whole place, leveled. I have dreamed and manifested in my mind over and over again on how I would want the house to turn out. And when it comes to flooring, I've always admired Mazera stones or Mazera styles for the floor, especially with the traditional concept of it. So one day, one time, I believe that will come to pass, and we will actually put a decent floor for this house. But what I truly desire is the terrazzo floor. Our house back in Mombasa was built in early 80s. That was in 1983, because it's 40 years old and I'm 41. And my dad built the floors with terrazzo in the bathroom sana. And old buildings, old houses mostly have terrazzo floors. I'm telling you, our bathroom and toilet terrazzo floor has never cracked. It has never needed any repair, any sort of repair, ever since it was built. To this time, I was not even born. Right now, I've given my parents grandkids. And that floor is as intact as ever. You just need to wash it because it gets stained and all that. It in a parara, I don't know how to say that in English. It fades off. Yeah, the shine fades off, but it is so durable. I have always admired that compared to tiles and these other kind of flooring methods. We've always wanted terrazzo, and I pray to God it comes to be. It comes to be either the terrazzo or the Mazera stones. Mazera stones have very beautiful finishings, and I love anything that has that natural appearance or effect. It just looks so beautiful. Of course, my kids love tiles. Gen Zs, Gen Alphas, Gen X. Yeah, I will consider them, or we will consider them in parts of the house, maybe their bedrooms. But we really do love the terrazzos, and yeah, one of these days that will come to be, I believe. After leveling up the soil using the strings that they had tied, they started stacking the soil together using this tool. I don't know the name. Kindly assist in the comments. I forgot to ask Habi and the Fundis. But they made this impromptu from our old sofa that usually lies around in our garbage area, which was very creative to perform this. Sorry I didn't record much, but after doing this, they sprinkled some water on it to compact it so that it can start hardening. Yeah, and they continued this late into the evening, and we didn't want them to come the next day, so they had to do that with the limited amount of time that they had. Yeah, so by the time they were done, it was night time, and we were supposed to bring the items back to the house, and that is what Habi is doing. As you know, we still don't have a bed, so this is how we arrange the mattress. We put some iron sheets together with some pieces of an old carpet that we had back then and a big gunia. Then we placed our mattress on top. This is what I was talking about with the grass. You see, the grass is just hanging off from the walls. But all in all, overall, they did a good job. The walls turned out very much okay, and the floor also came out perfect, honestly. The only issue is that we were supposed to let it dry, but we couldn't because this is where we were supposed to sleep, so we had to hurry up and bring everything inside. And just from making the floor and the walls, this place looks so different. I'm used to having the open spaces, being able to see everything from our mattress. You don't need to get up. But right now, this place looks very different, but in a good way, in a very good way. They did a good job, and I liked the way it turned out. So the only thing that is left maybe is for us to cover up the features. You see the way they're looking? Yeah, we need to do that the same way we did with the outer walls. Now we need to do that with the inner walls, and possibly work on the floors of the other rooms. Yes. all I can say is that this night slept different. This night was very, very cozy. In as much as it looks, this night was very cozy. It had a very different feel from the normal nights that we have spent here. And yeah, I was very happy. It turned out good. Not the way I wanted exactly, but it was very much okay. I know I don't talk about the aftermath of mudding a house. Things are left very dirty. Hey, the mitungis, the basins, the sufurias, the buckets, the compound in general. Things are left so dirty, and I am usually the one who has to clean up. So this was the morning after. I spent the morning cleaning up that and arranging the house and sweeping and just making sure everything is clean, because I wanted to do my laundry and I wanted to have the clean basins for that. So that is how the house turned out, and that so far was the end of our small build stroke makeover stroke facelift stroke revamp stroke. Yeah, and that's how we ended the year. I will do a total of the amount that we spent ever since we started doing this project, from the outside toilet to the house. And once we received these funds, we were caught in between whether to do something for the house or to keep the money and let it help or cater for school fees, because we knew after the celebrations and the festivities, of course, comes in January, where the kids are going back to school. We need school fees, we need uniforms, blah blah blah, stationaries and all that. And we were really torn in between, but we told ourselves, hey Mazeno, if we do not work on the house, we will never work on the house. And then staying with the money, waiting for January, and that was back in, I think it was still December. That's a very long time. That's a very long wait, and anything can happen in between. So we told ourselves, you know what, let's just take a leap of faith. Let's work on the house, because at the end of the day, even when the kids get chased from school because of school fees, they will still come back to the house. The house is your where you get your peace of mind at the end of a long day. It's where your comfort is. It is where your kingdom is. And if we continue living it the way it wasn't really a good thing. So we risked it and worked on the house without even knowing how January is going to be with the kids and school. So I can say we took a leap of faith. Once ikifika January, or now we are in January, but this is what we told ourselves back then. Once ikifika January will take care of itself, because let's live for the now. And right now, the house needed attention. The kids were not yet supposed to go to school. So yeah, that was the kind of crossway that we had to deal with, dilemma that we had to deal with. This is normally not my style of living. I am the perfect planner. If given a chance, I could plan for my entire life. But right now, I am honestly living by faith, and faith alone. I am walking on water. I am walking up a staircase where I cannot even see the steps. That is the true definition of faith. Nimemwachia Mungu. I've let go and I'm letting God. So how it's going to work out, I know by faith that it's going to work out. I don't know how. Never ask how, but I know it's going to work out. So stay tuned for my next video, where I'm going to give you a short tour of the house, how it looks like, and what difference it has made in our day-to-day lives overall. Thank you so much, my dear lovelies, for being with me. through this time, and hope I see you in the next one very, very soon. Take care of yourself. Thank God, be grateful, have gratitude, and yeah, stay safe. With love, yours truly, Mellow. Bye.